would like to talk to you today about troubleshooting sound issues when you're attending a Zoom class or meeting. There are a variety of reasons you can have problems. The most common is that you don't actually have a microphone or speakers with your computer. So if you have a desktop computer that's older, you probably won't have a built-in microphone and a built-in camera. Some other options may be you don't have a very good microphone or very good speakers for your computer. Another option is that you might have multiple choices for speakers and microphones, and you need to actually tell Zoom to switch in between them. So let's take a look at troubleshooting some of the issues within Zoom. The first thing that you're going to want to do is actually launch the Zoom program. You'll go ahead and log in. If you don't have a Zoom account, you can go ahead and create one. You only need a free Zoom account. You do not need a paid Zoom account to take all classes. All you need is the free Zoom account. So once you've logged in, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your settings. If you look in the top right corner, you're going to see the gearbox for settings. Go ahead and click on that. Once you do, your settings panel will open, and in the left pane, you'll want to click Audio. When you do, it'll change to show you the audio settings, and what you're looking for is towards the top where your speaker is. Click the test button if you want to hear how your speakers sound. Once you do that, there should be a drop-down panel right here where you can choose what speakers you're listening to. I have several different speakers on this device, so I can switch between the laptop speakers. Maybe I have speakers on my monitor or my headset. Now, you may be running into a problem like this. My computer thinks that I have speakers for my monitor, but I don't actually. So if it chose this as default, I wouldn't be able to hear anything. In that case, I would need to select from the drop-down menu the speakers option here or here. So go ahead and click test speaker and then play with the various options and see if you can find a pair of speakers that works for you on there. Once you do that, you've set it, and it should work properly from there on out. If you are having issues with your microphone, you can click the test mic button and then again select from the microphones there. When you click the test mic button, it will record, and then when you stop speaking, it will play back the sound for you so you can hear whether your voice is being recorded or not. You can also hear the quality of the recording. So if you have an option between several microphones, you may want to use as a headset microphone rather than the built-in one, just because your voice will be far more clear and other people will be better able to hear you. I also want to talk to you about not just using your built-in microphone and speakers for your laptop or computer, but actually using a headset or some other device. That may make your speaking and your sound much better than using the defaults. If you have issues with sound in Zoom, and that can be not being able to hear people clearly, not being able to hear people at all, or other people having difficulty hearing you, I strongly recommend you consider getting a headset. There are many different types of headsets. If you own a smartphone, chances are you already own a microphone and earpieces. So this is something that comes with most smartphones, and it has a little jack that plugs into either your phone or it can be plugged into your computer. And then they'll have little controls here, and these controls will generally also have a microphone on them. And then they have little earbuds here. That's one type you can use. There are also devices like this This is my husband's gaming headset. So it has a big microphone on it, so it's going to actually do some pretty good filtering out of background noises. This one has two different kinds of plugs. It has one different plug for the microphone and another different kind of plug for the speakers. So this would not work on a cell phone, and it won't necessarily work on all computers. But if you have a separate microphone and headset jack, something like this will work. Another option is to use a Bluetooth headset. This would be especially helpful if you were using a tablet and your sound wasn't very good on your tablet, or people were having difficulty hearing you. Most tablets and phones will allow you to hook up a Bluetooth headset. So you have several different kinds that you can use. This is a little one that I use to make phone calls. So it attaches through Bluetooth on my headset. I just put it over my ear. Or you can have something fancy like this. This is actually noise canceling. So if there's a lot of noise where you are, you might want to try something like this. The third option is, and this will only work for computers, is something like I'm wearing right here. This device actually has a USB connection. So this will work with almost any computer, regardless of whether you have a headphone jack on your laptop or not. So you'll have a connection that will look like this. When you plug that into your computer, you actually have little controls here, and you can change the volume and mute yourself on the fly. So that's actually very nice. So there are several different kinds of headsets and microphones that you can use. Another thing that you can do if your computer lacks a microphone or does not have speakers, and many desktop computers won't actually have speakers or a microphone, you can actually dial into a Zoom meeting using your cell phone or even a landline. On all of your Zoom meetings, you'll actually see in the email that you receive some dial-in numbers. There's a link you can dial in from your cell phone, but there's also a number you can just dial in with your landline. All you have to do is dial the phone number you're given. Then, when prompted, enter the meeting code. It may ask you for a personal ID, but you will not be required to enter a personal ID for our Zoom classes. Then you can push the star button and 6 on your phone to mute and unmute yourself. So those are some of the options you can use if you have difficulty hearing or speaking during Zoom meetings. And that's all we have for you today. I hope you found this video useful, and we look forward to seeing you in class.